That's right, and we're back. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Mi linda raza, your favorite Chicano stream on the net is back one more time. Do me a favor, there's a couple buttons right there at the bottom. One is the like button. You can hit that like button. It helps us reach wider and wider audiences. Highly appreciate you hit the like. If not, there's a button right next to the creeps. It's for the creeps, the weirdos, the lurkers, the stalkers, the chomos, the predators, the lames, fake tough guys that won't pull up, and all their homies and all their supporters. There's a thumbs down button right there at the bottom. I call it the chinga tu madre button. Hit it, man. I promise I got thick skin. No matter what, just do something, baboso. Do something, man. If not, and if you're a supporter, then there's two other buttons you can hit. You can hit the share to share the page over on your social media, and you can also hit the hype video. Highly appreciated. Again, it's just going to help us reach wider and wider audiences. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the title of this video. Bud Light is now completely broken. What a sad case. All right. And again, gracias to all the day oneers, gracias to everyone in the members only. They get the biggest shout out of them all. And if you're new to the channel, man, stick around, man. We drop nothing but fire bangers on the daily. This is a sad, sad case that, you know, it actually, I'm very surprised, man. I'm actually blown away from someone who at one point I thought of this individual as having some kind of glitcha, which again is street IQ, some kind of game, which again is street related, etc. Right? From how it's come to light, right, that he's done time, his affiliations, his associations, and ultimately his fall from grace. Because no matter what in the street world, this is the not the internet world, right? The internet loves to talk about the streets, right? You ain't bad. Drop your paperwork. You're this, you're that, right? The internet loves to say that shit, right? But they're not even in the fucking thick of the fucking guerras and everything that's happening, and definitely won't sacrifice their lives, you know, for anything, right? They're just net bangers, right? But the internet loves the streets, right? But with the street IQ that I thought he had, right? All this showing, which we're going to play a clip right now, showing his hand, showing signs of weakness, showing emotional involvement and emotional instability is something I never thought I'd see from Bud Light. Well, that's why the title of the video is what it is, right? And it seems like the choosing of the Pescado of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, which we just did the YouTube Yarda Awards, and we already know who won Rookie, Pescado, whatever you want to call it, of the year. Shout out to that individual by the name of Exposed Tube. Shout out to Exposed Tube. I know that it was the pressure applied from this particular individual that made him reach his absolute breaking point, man. That's just a fact, man. So some of the antics that he's doing online, let's go ahead and see him. And again, the way I started this off, right? Look at where this individual started on YouTube, kicking back, you know, on a little, I remember one time seeing him on a little lawn chair on a pool and just, yeah, man, you know, reflecting on life, reflecting on positivity, reflecting on change, reflecting as an individual that has learned from his past mistakes. That's the energy he used to give off, where if back then, you know, the victims of his crime were to see him in the beginning, right, they would have seen, okay, maybe this is an individual that's rehabilitated. But now, currently in 2026, as we stand in January of 2026, if they were to see his conduct, which we'll bring it up right now, if they were to see this conduct right now, they would absolutely think the opposite of an individual who has been rehabilitated. Matter of fact, the only thing they'll think if they see this, well, one, they'll get disgusted, right? They're like, damn, we lost our son for the rest of our lives. And now this individual is acting like this on the internet. Now they'll get disgusted and just be like, he was nothing but a shyster, a swindler who dropped out, who locked it up, who told on the whole Pelican Bay everything he knows. Weddle Bunt was just one name, right, that he ratted on. Aside hits, stabbings, and everything else that he told, which he absolutely told. There's no way he would have gotten out of that lockup as a validated individual if he wouldn't have told details. We need details, and we need names, right? But imagine you're the victim's family. And I want to give a shout out to Bam Bam, who was another nominee for Rookie of the Year. Shout out to you, cabron. I appreciate you for this clip. Imagine you're the victim's family and you're seeing the perpetrator who took your son's life act like this on the internet.
I can't wait to file this lawsuit. We're going to find out his real name, man. We're going to find out what he was in prison for. We're going to find out why he locked it up because he's a bitch. We're going to find out why he locked it up and fucking joined a PC gang. I promise you he's a PC gang member. I promise you that. I never was. I never was.
Imagine being a 50-year-old man coming on the internet and talking about gangs, talking about prison, talking prison slang, right? Locked it up, PC, SNY, prison gangs, dropped out, all this other shit. That's all gang shit, right? That just doesn't amount to a hill of beans. But the internet is fascinated with it, right? It's fascinated with that. Imagine being a 50-year-old man, and that's all you got. Your only legacy, excuse me, you'll ever leave to your family. The only legacy you'll ever leave to them is you getting drunk, laughing on the internet, and still talking about prison and coming off as a prison individual on the internet. Imagine that's your legacy. 50 years old. That still blows me away, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, man. There's every kind of baboso under the sun. But the pressure he's feeling now is not only from Bam Bam. This is one clip right here. But it's also from ExposedTube, right? And ExposedTube basically has caused this individual to start talking about openly filing a lawsuit? And again, nothing new, right? Working with police for this individual, nothing new. He saved all his police contacts for such a time as this, right? Again, I don't know. That's all bullshit. But filing a lawsuit, we're going to find out who he is and all that. I don't even know what ExposedTube did to really get this individual to break. But there is an undeniable fact right now that he is absolutely broken and just is about to crash into a pinchy wall, man. Absolutely crash into the wall. I wonder what happened with him saying he was never going to talk about prison. What happened to that? I wonder what happened when he said he wasn't going to drink anymore on the internet. What happened to that? I could go on and on and on about this baboso, but hey, to a certain extent, right? I ain't throwing stones at this baboso. No one is perfect. I'm not walking on water myself, but I tell you, I don't have anywhere near the motherfucking jackets that this individual that's broken, absolutely broke. Talking about getting law enforcement involved, the police are gonna do this, and me and the runner are gonna file a lawsuit. It's absolutely smoke. It's an absolute wolf ticket. And it's such a weak tactic that I wouldn't even expect it from someone who thought he was on a higher level of strategies, tactics, warfare, etc. Pendejo, the rest of your motherfucking life, all you're ever gonna have is prison. That's all you're ever gonna have. Your whole legacy is gonna be that. And then for the rest of your motherfucking life, you're gonna get clowned on, ridiculed, and everything else is gonna happen to you on the internet because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. Imagine the victim's family seeing this pendejo. Imagine the youngsters that I always have to go talk to, right? And they mention these pendejos, and I tell them they're pendejos, man. Anyone that wants to talk about gangs is a pendejo. Anyone that wants to talk about prisons, you're a fucking pendejo. Anyone that wants to stick their chest out about, I was on the 4-yard, I did this, I ran the yardas, I had the keys, look at me, I'm all blasted up. You're absolutely the biggest lames on the internet, and you guys are my number one target because I care about the youth and I care about the youngsters. So all these fake-ass lames and OGs, let's keep that pressure on their necks, gente. Keep the pressure. Shout out to Exposed Tube. Shout out to Bam Bam for the clip. Exposed Tube had an 8-9 minute clip. Go to his channel and watch the whole crash out 8-9 minutes on Exposed Tube. But gente, enough of this pendejo. This is the biggest baboso on the internet. And rightfully so, he got the award for Pendejo of the Year. Right? Don't forget to help others move in excellence, gente. It's really going to bless them. It's going to bless you at the same time. I'm still saying Happy New Year to everyone. Crush your goals that you got set for this year. This is the year. Last year, we started to get on the pump. We got the rutina down, but this year, we're going to peel out, and it's really going to be our time to shine this summer. And so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Your favorite Chicano stream on the net. And I'm out.